This morning, we're gonna start just in a seated position. And so I see everyone has mats, which is great. You'll see when you practice with me that I usually have 1 or 2 yoga blocks. Those aren't ever necessary for the practice. I just like to have them for some extra comfort. But we're gonna start today just in a comfortable cross-legged position, or a comfortable seated position really, so whatever that looks like for you. If that's sitting with your legs crossed, or maybe you prefer to sit on your heels like this, whatever is most comfortable for you. I like to put the block underneath my sit bones, underneath my glutes, just to raise my hips a little bit. We're just going to start by go ahead and finding a nice comfortable seated position. And once you arrive there, just place your hands on the knees, whatever way feels comfortable. And if it feels comfortable for you, go ahead and start to close your eyes, or just find a soft gaze if you don't want to close the eyes. And so we're going to start by just taking 3 deep, full breaths together. So we're going to start by taking a big, deep breath, inhaling in through your nose, filling the lungs and the chest up with air. And once you reach the top, open your mouth and exhale it out. Feeling the shoulders drop. Let's do that 2 more times. So deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth and let it out. One last time here. Big inhale in through the nose. And exhale, open the mouth, let it out. Perfect. And slowly start to blink your eyes open if you had them closed. And we're going to continue our deep inhales and exhales. And this time we're going to add a little bit more movement with the body. So this time as you inhale, reach the arms out towards the side and press your chest forward. And as you exhale, round the spine and give yourself a hug. So crossing one arm on top of the other. Inhale, heart lifts forward, arms come out to the side. Exhale, round the spine, give yourself a loving hug. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Perfect. And come back to a neutral spine now, bringing the hands back down towards the side. We're going to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder and just start to reach the left fingertips towards the ground. So this is just going to be a nice little stretch for the left side of your neck. So being very gentle anytime we stretch or do anything with the neck, but just dropping that right ear towards the right shoulder and reaching the left fingertips towards the ground. You'll start to feel some sensation in the left side of the neck. And continuing to stay with your breath here. So as we start to move deeper into our practice, I want you to focus on the breath. That is kind of the whole point of a yoga practice, is staying with the breath. And since we are human, we will forget and we will lose it. And that's okay. Just whenever that happens, just come back to the breath. Slowly lift your head back up and let's switch sides. So dropping the left ear towards the left shoulder and reaching the right fingertips down towards the earth. And breathe. And maybe at this point in the practice, it feels good to close your lips and just breathe in and out through the nose. One more breath here. Lovely. Bring your head back up to center. Let's take a big breath. Reach the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, drop that left hand towards the earth and just reach the right arm towards the left side of your mat, stretching through the side body. Inhale back to center. Both arms come up. And exhale, fold to the right, dropping the right arm towards the floor and the left arm towards the right side of your mat. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the left arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the right arm. Good. Inhale, come back to center. This time we're going to take a little spinal twist. So bring the left hand to the outside of that right knee and start to twist towards the right. And you'll place your right hand behind you just to kind of give you some support. You don't want a lot of weight in that right hand. It's more there just to help keep your spine straight and support you in this spinal twist. So in these twists, with every inhale, I like to lengthen my spine. And as I exhale, just gently turn into that space you've created in the spine. So we'll stay here just for a couple of breaths. One more breath here. Good. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Reach both arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, twist to the left. So twist to the other side. Right hand goes to the outside of that left knee. And the left hand gently falls behind you just to give you some more support. Once again, lengthening the spine as you inhale and twisting into that space that you've created as you exhale. And allowing the shoulders to stay down and out of the ears. One more breath. Good. On your next inhale, come back to center. Reach both arms up. And as you exhale, let's just fold forward. So bring the palms down to your mat. And just allow yourself to surrender here in this pose. Maybe if it feels good to walk the palms out a little further, feel free to do that. If it feels better to keep them close, do that as well. I always want to encourage you to do what feels good for you and in your body. And that's going to be different maybe than the people around you, and that's okay. And take 2 more deep breaths in this surrendering pose. Good. Slowly start to walk your hands back towards your shins. Being very gentle, moving very mindfully. And now we're going to come over onto our hands and knees into a tabletop position. So finding a tabletop position, so wrists are under the shoulders and your knees are under your hips, and neutral spine. So you might find this movement familiar, as we did do it while we're sitting down. As you inhale, you're going to lift your heart up towards the sky, gently tilting the head. As you exhale, round the spine, kind of like a scared cat on Halloween, pressing through the palms. So inhale, lift the heart. This is cow pose. Exhale, puffing the back, rounding the spine, cat pose. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, rounding the back. So let's continue moving through these cat-cow movements just for a few more breaths. And besides gently waking up the spine, these movements are great for beginning to connect your breath with your body movements. Good. One more round. Good job. Let's find a neutral spine and slowly start to awaken our shoulder joint. So take the right arm and just start to make some circles. Reaching back behind you, circling the arm around. Just being very gentle, waking up the shoulders. And switch directions. And just paying attention. Playing a witness to how your body's feeling this morning. Without judgment. And switch sides. So let's take the left arm and start to swing it. And switch directions. Good. And place the left hand down. We're going to come into downward facing dog from here. So curling the toes under and begin to send your hips up towards the sky, lifting the knees off the earth. And since this is our first downward facing dog at the practice, I'm going to take a bent knee downward facing dog. So I'm going to bend my knees a generous amount. Sending my hip bones, my glutes up towards the sky. My head is resting between my biceps, my elbows. And in this first downward dog, let's just slowly start to pedal the feet a little bit. So you might hear this called walking your dog, just pedaling your feet. So bringing the right ankle down and switching to the left ankle. Just gently allowing your body to wake up. You're probably feeling your hamstrings. Good. Slowly walk your feet in towards your hands. Take as many steps as you need to get there. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And find yourself in a forward fold on your mat. So once again, in this forward fold, bend your knees as much as you need to. This is not about touching the floor. This is not about having straight legs. It's about feeling an opening in your hamstrings and really letting your head, your upper back, your neck, just letting that all go. Letting gravity sort of take over here. So maybe it feels good in this forward fold to sway side to side. That's something I like to do. So just very gently, I let my fingertips, if they're touching the mat, I let them just kind of paint it. If not, I just kind of let them hang over and sway side to side very gently. Come back to the breath if you've lost it. Good. Let's come back to center. And as we inhale, we're going to take a flat back. So bringing your hands to your shins or your quads and straightening out the spine. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, forward fold. Do that one more time. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten out the back. Exhale, fold forward. Good. We're going to slowly roll up to mountain pose, a standing position. So very, very slowly, taking your time, start to allow yourself to come up to a standing position. Let your head be the very last thing that comes up. And you found yourself in mountain pose at the top of your mat. So mountain pose is actually one of my favorite poses. Both feet are rooted into the earth. Hands down by the side, and the crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. Standing tall and strong, just like a mountain. And one thing I like to do in this pose is I like to take each individual toe and root it down into the earth. So I lift all 10 toes up off the mat. I'll take my pinky, the toe after that, and each individual toe and root it down into my mat. Feel very grounded. Good. Let's inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. As we exhale, fold forward over your legs. As we inhale, we're going to lengthen out that spine again, hands to shins. Exhale, fold forward. And we're going to step back into our tabletop position. So bringing the knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Inhale, reach the heart forward, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale, heart lifts, cow pose. Exhale, send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. And we'll stay in downward dog for just a few breaths. So we're starting to build a sun salutation sequence and link our breath with our movements. So as you see any of the poses that we aren't holding, with each breath, we're linking it with a movement. Take one more breath in this down dog. Good. Walk the feet up to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen out the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Press down through the feet. Inhale, come to stand, reach the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, bring the palms to your heart center. So we're going to do that sequence 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, hands to shins. Exhale, palms down to the mat. Come into your tabletop position. Inhale, lift the heart, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale, lift the heart, cow pose. Exhale, send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Stay in downward dog for 3 full cycles of breath. And at the bottom of your 3rd exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down through the feet, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's move through that one more time. Y'all are doing great. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, palms down to the mat. Come down to tabletop position. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for just one cycle of breath. So deep inhale in your down dog. Exhale, let it out. And from here, we're going to take child's pose. So bring your knees down to the mat. Bring your big toes to touch and send the hips back onto your heels. Reaching the hands forward and just letting the forehead come towards the mat. Maybe it lands on the mat, maybe it doesn't. But finding some rest in child's pose. And take 3 deep breaths in and out through your nose in this child's pose position. So deep inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. One last time, inhale and exhale. Good. Slowly walk your hands in towards your knees as you come up. And we're going to come back to a seated position. So come back to a comfortable seated position, just like we did at the beginning of practice. And so for these last few moments, we're going to move through just some mindful meditation here. So whatever's comfortable for you. If sitting isn't comfortable, I always want to encourage you can lie down as well. In our meditations, I want you to be as comfortable as possible so that you can really go inward and focus on your breath. So if that is lying down for you as opposed to sitting, feel free to do that. There's no wrong way to meditate. So once you're in your comfortable position, once again, either close your eyes, find a soft gaze, whatever allows you to really just go inward and kind of block out any external distractions. So I'm going to close my eyes. And during this little mindful meditation, I want to encourage you to continue breathing in and out through your nose, so keeping your lips sealed. And we're going to start with just drawing our attention to our feet. So start to draw your attention to your feet. Send your breath towards your feet. Just notice the feet. Maybe you start to think about all the places that you love, that you have been able to go to because your feet have taken you there. Move up towards the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees, start to bring your attention, your awareness to your quads, the hamstrings on the back of the quads, now slowly bring your awareness up to your hips, your left hip, your right hip. Now bring that awareness up to your low back. Your mid back. Your upper back. Now we'll bring that awareness back around to the front of the body. So bringing your awareness to the low belly. The abdomen. Your heart space. Start to bring your awareness to your right shoulder. Your right elbow. Your right wrist. Your right hand. Now let's bring it over to your left shoulder. Your left elbow. Your left wrist. And your left hand. And bring your attention up to your neck. To your mouth. Your nose. Your ears. Your eyes. And finally, bring your awareness to the top of your head. Now maybe in this moment you feel your body as a whole. Take a big, deep inhale in through the nose. This is going to be the biggest one of the day. So inhale, draw it all the way down to the low belly. Feel it fill up the lungs, the chest. Open the mouth, exhale, let it all go. Gently open your eyes if you had them closed. Ladies, thank you so much for letting me practice with you, share this space with you this morning. I hope this was a great way for you to start your day, and I look forward to seeing all of you next Sunday.